Hello, my name is Kat. Welcome to my channel. Today is the wrap up for November and December. Hello, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today's video is my wrap up for November and December. I did a little better compared to the other months in terms of quantity. I read more books, but most of them they are a little shorter, so but they were fine. They were like easy, light, and I really have a good time getting through these books. So let's start with the audios that I have during the month of November and December. The first one is a novella that is set during the Thanksgiving time, and the name is You Can Thank Me Later. So this novella is about a family that celebrate every Thanksgiving together. They're a sister and two brothers, if I'm not wrong. And something sad happened in the family. And every Thanksgiving, some of them they remember, some of them they having trouble going through that situation. And every time that they remember, the situation is getting harder and harder for them. So you see the family every Thanksgiving over the years. And it was a nice story. I did like the relationship between the characters. I did like the idea that they are meeting every Thanksgiving and see what's the progress and what's the changes in the family. It was a nice audio. The narration was fun. It wasn't like all the time sad. You get some funny situations there, like some funny conversations. So overall, I think it was a nice audio. It's super short. If I'm not wrong, it's about 4 hours, something about. So that was for November, and it was all set during the Thanksgiving time. The other audio that I ended up doing this time for December, I said, oh, let's do another short novella that is set in Christmas time, and I choose one the same, like it's part of the Audible subscription, so it's exclusive for Audible, and it was The Best Worst Christmas. So this one is a romance, and it's about a girl that she's having troubles in her job. She moved out from her town because she was escaping for an old relationship, and then she needs to go back for the holidays, and she's not so happy about it, but she's not happy where she's living. I will say that this audio, it was fine. I did like it. It was no, I don't think I enjoyed this one as much as I enjoyed the previous one, but I did like the twist that they put over there. Like, it's not like a mystery twist. It was just something that I wasn't expected to happen in the story, and it was the most interesting or good thing in the whole audio. I think compared to the other one, I did enjoy this one less, but it was very nice, set in the holidays. You can feel the holiday season in both of them. So those two audios, they were like very short. They were two novellas, and I did have good time reading them or listening them. Let's move on to one of my ebooks that I get it from my library. It was the reading list. This one I actually started a little before, like I think a month before, and I stopped it and then I came back. So this reading list is about a group of people that they're getting connected because they need to save a library, and some of them they find a specific reading list with some titles. There are 5 or 6 titles, if I'm not wrong. I don't remember exactly how many. So during the story, you follow each person and how they find out this reading list, and how they reading this book or the books in the list, and what they mean these books to them in their lives. We have two main characters. Uh, one is a younger girl that she works in the library, and then another one is an older man. I have to say, the characters, they are really nice. I enjoyed both of them. I think they were like really good. It touched very strong themes of grieving and some problems with autoesteem, and some problems when people is not able to say their feelings, and they going through different hard times, and they ended up taking really wrong decisions, and sometimes really sad decisions. So the whole theme, the whole story about these two people and the people who is around them and somehow connected because of this reading list and this library, is really nice. It's really touching. It's really interesting. So overall, I think I would recommend it, but I have one thing that it bothered me most of the time, and that's the main reason I stopped reading the very first time when I pick it up, because there are, at least there are, like I said, 6, or I don't remember how many books, I'm sorry, but each books, they are classics, they are very popular books. Most of the people, you can say they know the story already, but I was feeling I was getting spoiled every single time when they were talking about the book. She doesn't say it all about the book. She doesn't say everything that is going through the books that they are talking about. But sometimes she mentioned things that I feel they were spoiled, because some of those books I didn't read them. Like I said, they are very popular books, so you can kind of put that aside and said, okay, they are popular books. Most of the people know already what's going to happen in this story. So I don't need to worry too much if I say something that is going to be a little bit a spoiler. But for people like me who likes to usually read the books before I watch the movie, and for some classics that I didn't read yet, and I'm going through the story and I read something, it's like, you just spoil the whole thing for me. So that was the main reason I stopped the first time, and then I did like the other aspects of the story. So I decided, okay, let's go back. Let's try to be, I mean, they are not main like gigantic spoilers, so you can go through this book. You have to just deal with it. So if you are worried about it, and if you don't like any kind of spoiler, you may like to get this, like, it's kind of hard. It was, I think it was the wife, no, if I find the list, because I write it down somewhere. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. I couldn't find the list. I know I wrote it down somewhere. Probably it was in a loose paper and I lost it already somewhere. So if I found the titles of the books that they are talking in this book, I will put it aside. And if you don't mind to get some little spoilers about those books, you can go ahead and read the book, because it was a nice story. Like I said, touched really strong topics, but in a nice way, like in a reflective way. So I would recommend it. The one that I read next, or kind of, I don't know if it's the same order that I read, is Snow Queen. It's a children's classic. Did I like it? I don't think I like it too much. I don't know if it's because I was expecting to read more about the Snow Queen, and it's actually the story about these two kids, two friends, and mostly about one of the friends that is looking for the other one, and what's happening to the kid. I did find a lot of elements that you can see they've been inspiration for other stories. Like this type of children classics, they are a little dark. They are not so light. They have some dark elements, but I think overall it was good. It wasn't my favorite children's classic, especially from this type of era. I will see if I read another one to see how much I like the other ones, but it was a quick read. It's only without the 91 pages. and it has illustrations, like beautiful illustrations. So I'm glad I read it. I know why it's a classic. I can see why it's so important, because it inspired a lot of other stories. So I'm glad I read it. Not my favorite, but I'm glad I read it. So the next one I read, I think, yeah, it was this one, the Thursday Murder Club. This is the first one in the series, and it's about this group of people that they live in a retirement place. It's not like a house with rooms. It's like each one has their own apartments or their own houses in this big kind of village. And those people, they are older, and they have a group of them that they usually have meetings on Thursday. And one of them used to be a cop, and she has some files that they are old files, and they always go and check those files and try to resolve themselves. So eventually it happened that some real crime happened, and now these friends, they feel that they need to resolve the crime. So we follow them, how they resolving the crime, how they get in the clues, how is the relationship between them, what is their backstory, how they met, how they ended up in this retirement house. And I would say, like, a lot of people said it's super funny, and I said, yeah, it has very funny moments, because it's funny, like elder people over 60, 70 years old trying to resolve a crime, a murder, and things like in the old-fashioned way always. So it's kind of funny, and the dialogues and all of that is kind of funny. But I think I take something else from this mystery. Is the way that he treat the characters is nice. Like, these elderly people, even in one part they said, we used to be doctors, we used to be lawyers, police, like I don't know, like pilots, or they used to work hard in construction. Like, they were people who had a life before to be in that place, and they were very capable, and they have a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge, and now they are looking down that they cannot do the same. They don't consider in them that they are smart or capable of things, when people outside forget that they actually probably knows more than the youngest ones. So that aspect, I did like it, because it made me think how many times ourselves we do look the older people like, don't pay attention, don't listen to them, they are old or something. But you forget that these people live for so many years, and they have so many experience, and they went through so many things, and they have so many knowledge, that sometimes we overlook that. So that aspect I did like, and I did like that he decided to make a mystery about them and remind us how capable these people are, and how hard for them is to deal with themselves being old and not be able to do the things that they used to do before. But their brain is still working, they still have their personalities, they didn't change, and all of that. So it's funny, the way that the story is kind of funny, but if you think it deeper, it make you say, that's great that somebody decided to make the main characters elderly people, and see what they're going through in the age that they are right now, right? So I do recommend it. You're gonna have a good time. It's a fun read, but it's gonna make you think too, like some things. And it's super easy to read, it's easy to follow, and all the characters, they are very likable. And I think it's going to be a good success if he keep going with the series. I don't know how long he's gonna go with them, because the main characters are old, so I did enjoy this one. It was a good find. I saw it everywhere, like in Instagram, some people in YouTube, and I was hesitating to pick it up, but I said it's mystery. It's a mystery, a cozy mystery. It cannot go wrong with a cozy mystery. Even if you don't like it much, you're gonna anyways have a good time because it's a cozy mystery. So I do recommend it. It's a really good story, and the characters are great. And yeah, I'm happy I decided to pick up this one. The next one I read, and it was the last one for the year, is Simenon, the Late Monsieur Galette. This one is a short mystery. It's about this detective that he is called to resolve a crime in a town, and he needs to go to check out what is going on there because it's I think it's the holidays and everybody is busy doing something else, and they need a higher, like in a higher level detective to go and check it out and supervise the investigation. So they sent Margaret to this place, and he needs to resolve the crime that happened there. And then Margaret is going through, like talking to people, going through the scene and all of that, like all classic mystery and mystery with a detective trying to resolve a crime. I have to say, I read the first one. I don't remember that one very much. This one is the second I read from Simenon, and I think I like this one more. Maybe it's because the first one is always the tricky one, and then the second one, I think the mystery that presents here, it keep you intrigued until the end. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was like, okay, maybe this happened, maybe this happened. So it was, you go with the detective trying to resolve the crime. The mystery is very well done, I think, and it's a very quick read. It's only 155 pages. It's super small, it's quick, it's very entertaining, and the mystery is well done. So I already have so many of these Margaret detective series. I just got the number 3 and number 4 in the order of the list, and then after that I will see if I can find the next one. But I do like it, and I think these kind of stories are good if you're reading a heavy story, like if you're reading a big gigantic fantasy, or if you're reading those classics that they are like big and heavy and they need a lot of time and concentration to read. If you read those and then you want a little break but without cutting your reading, I think this type of a story is good. And Simenon has over 60 something stories about the Margaret detective, so you can go get these ones and go through them in between books, and you're gonna have fun because it's, like I said, a very well done mystery. It doesn't give you crazy resolutions that they don't make sense, and the detective is likable. It's a little different from the classic period that most of the people is used to see. It's a little different kind of detective, and I did like it. It was a good read. So overall, on these 2 months, I have 3 physicals, 1 ebook, and 2 audios. Not that bad. It was better, but like I said, most of them, they are smaller ones, and it was they were neither of them, they were like super heavy. And for the time that I was last couple months, I've been having something going on in the house, so it was good to read these kind of books, and I have they really distract me, and I really have a good time reading them. So I think that's it for this wrap up. I hope you like the video. I hope you pick up some of these books if maybe you are interested into reading them. And like always, if you like the video, thumbs up. If you want to know if I post another video, ring the campanita. And thank you for watching. Bye.